Hey guys, this is Dorcas with Dolphin DC Creations, and I just wanted to do a little show and tell. Because we are social distancing, I had to find things to do with my time. I mean, not that I don't have enough to do, but I had to add another thing. And I had been watching Melody's jelly plating videos that she's been doing on Wild Wednesdays, and I was like, I really want to try that. And I was like, do I really need to buy more stuff? Well, it turns out I already own paint. It turns out the only thing I had to buy was the actual jelly plate and a brayer. And a brayer is useful for so many different things. I bought a brayer that was crap. So you know how Melody's always saying, spend the money on a good brayer. Gosh, spend the money on a good brayer, guys. It matters. The brayer that I got was and I'll show it to you here in just a sec. I just need to find it. Turns out I was not as prepared as I thought for this. So I bought this one at Michael's. I did the curbside pickup. So I ordered online, I paid for it and everything, and then I sent my 19-year-old to go pick it up, and they gave her all the stuff that I had ordered. This one I found at a local store that was closing, and it cost me less than $3 because it looks like maybe it had been returned. It has all those little speckles in it. They don't affect at all what you're printing, but I guess someone bought it and returned it because of that. Didn't make a bit of difference. I tried it on some paper, and I'll show you my results. After I bought the bad brayer, and I want to say it was a Recollections one that I purchased. It was bad. It was so bad. It doesn't roll very well. It's kind of gross and jinky. So I went ahead and I went online, and I don't know what brand these are because I couldn't find the brand that Melody uses, but I found these, and I have yet to test them out because I just got them yesterday in the mail. But I got these two, and I think the difference is that these are on metal, and so these will roll regardless. The other one was a plastic inset into the plastic. It was weird. And so what happened was it would stick and it wouldn't roll out. The other thing that I learned while I was practicing is that less is more. You've got to put that paint on real thin, or you end up with some weird goopy mess. So I'm going to show you some of my practice runs. I'm going to show you some of my daughter's practice runs. She's a graphic designer. And so when I got these, I was like, you have to come and try these. So these, woo, there goes my camera. Woo, you guys okay? Hope I didn't kill you, give you a headache, make you nauseous. These are the ones I made with the small 5x5 jelly plate. And this oval texture is one of my command strip adhesive wall hanging things. It does a really nice, weird shape. This is the back of a spool of thread. That's just where I was dabbing off my stuff. I had a couple of foam stamps, and this is just where I clean them. So even your garbage paper where you clean off your brayer really turns out kind of nice. So I saved these. I think I'm going to use them in collages. So these are all the spots where I had cleaned my brayer. I think this one's one of my favorites because it's got such a large amount of interest. Same with this. I'm going to show you some really ugly mistakes I made, and I'm going to show you some cool things that came out. So let's pull all these guys off. I love this color combination with the grayish blue and that orange and the green. They look really good together. Okay, so this was my first one. Oh, I also got some of those tools that you would use like for clay sculpting. I used some of those on here. And this is the back of that spool of thread. This one, you can barely see. It was like a ghost print type situation. These lines are my brayer, which was crap. I waited too long to lift this up, so part of it came up and then this section never did. But it came up on this one, and so you can see here where I did pick it up, and it came up really nice. This is weird, but I'm sure it will be useful in something. And then orange and blue just really turned into muddy, gross mess. This purple one is one of my favorites. I really like the way this came up. This one was supposed to be blue and pink, but as you can see, it kind of muddled and it was too much paint. So there's some of those ugly mistakes. This is impressions from Lego blocks. I love the way this came out. This was taken up after this one. And look at that. That also was with one of those clay tools and the back of the spool of thread. This was kind of just cleaning up that plate of what was left. And look at how nice and grungy this looks. This was supposed to be red and blue, and it had some sheen and sparkle in the blue. It just looks like a muddy, ugly mess. But I am sure that on a grungy journal or on a steampunk journal, this will work. Same with this. It kind of turned into a muddy mess. It was supposed to be the blue and green and yellow. It just looks weird. I like this one better. This one with the yellow was taken after this. And so it's got some of that blue interesting looking stuff on there. I don't know that I like how that looks nearly as much. I like this combination of colors. I just don't like what I did over the top of it. So, you know, hit and miss. This turned out awesome. It was just a mess. It was just a mess. But it looks great. This was me again trying that sparkly, shimmery blue paint. For some reason, it just doesn't do nice things. It does ugly things. This is very weird. I don't know if the color does it justice. It is a very dark purpley with the green. I think I love it. And look at it here where I added more of that purple on top. I think it just looks amazing. Because look how good the greens came up. Just nice. This was disgusting, and I am so sorry you even had to look at it. That's horrible. And then I have this one. There are two more that I actually put in my committee, NC committee book. This one was me trying to play with these Milo folders that I have. That is bad. Isn't that horrible? I don't know if you could even see it well, but it is disgustingly ugly. But look, on the other hand, look at this side. That is cute. And this is a little worm of one of my foam stamps. I think it looks really nice on there. This one hardly came up anything, and I didn't want to keep messing with it and mess it up even worse. This one, I really like how this looks. I like the colors. I was trying to do, a gradient. And look at that shocking pink. My granddaughter said she wants that in her book. I've got to make her a new book. She already rolled all over the other one. Did some work here with the blues. This is the back of a Coke bottle. I thought it made a good impression on there. And this is the bottom of a cup, of a paper cup. And I think this one's one of my favorite. This is some kind of scarab beetle type foam stamp I have. I don't know. It was green on this side, but since it didn't pick up very well, I kind of cleaned my brayer on it to add a little more color and even things out a little. But, just some fun. Clean my brayer on the back of that. Clean my brayer all over this. And so these are going to get cut up and be collaged on, and I'm going to have so much fun with those. I hope you guys enjoyed this little show and tell session. I have a couple of more that I'm going to be putting out. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.